life can get bad, bro. That blood moving and just being active, it helps so much with everything. Do you know what I mean?
Facts. Just even your joints being used and stuff like that as well.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying, fam.
You know,
Yeah, when you get old,
more people in their 20s actually complain of like problems that actually they shouldn't have until 10 years later from now.
It's
true, and it's actually common. It's not even rare anymore, honestly.
You be taking a seat, make it do like like that. I'm like, bro, you're 24. You make a noise before you sit, like.
Nah, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. But one thing you should be doing is making sure that you subscribe, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Shin Pad podcast. I'm here with my boy Alvin and my boy Will. I'm Abs, your host, and we've upgraded, as you can see. Yeah, there have been some changes. We've decided to get into a different vibe of the studio. I think somewhere we could have a bit more of a casual conversation. The other place felt a bit formal. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you do comment. Make sure you do like. Make sure you subscribe. Guys, we've loved all the love so far. Help us help you. The more that you guys help us and subscribe, the more we can do. The more things we can bring. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Boys, not another fantastic. Last week we was here and we were saying it was a terrible week of football. But this week I'm here to say, you know what? A lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better. Some crazy agendas. What did you guys think of it?
Well, actually, you're the special guest debut, so go first.
Special guest debut.
Let's go.
I love the shirt, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you,
Brilliant
guys. In case you can't see, repping the home team Congo.
Come on.
Congo, you know we here. Hopefully
brilliant.
World Cup qualification. It's a bit hard. Senegal might get there,
bro.
but we'll see.
Inshallah, bro. But yeah, how did you feel over the weekend's football, bro?
Yeah, honestly, fantastic week. I feel like, especially coming after the international break and whatnot, I feel like you can see things are starting to step up. Obviously, you've had Champions League fixtures and whatnot, but I feel like, I think most teams are kind of past their growing pains, you know,
exactly.
transfers and whatnot.
Solid Champions League fixtures as well.
Oh, yeah.
You man managed to bring it back. I mean, not bring it back. You was drawing for a long period of game.
Yeah.
And those substitutions made a massive impact, to be honest.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, like, I'll probably go into this a bit later with the City game as well, but I think, super subs, I think, have been our best feature, I would say, especially in the past few seasons. Obviously, your Trossards and your Martinelli, and they showed it really because I was ready to accept the draw. You know, it was a hard game away at Athletic Club, and obviously seeing them playing at the Emirates Cup against us. Obviously, two different sides as well. The home atmosphere is a big difference as well, but you know, kudos to the club. Athletic Club, they actually played really well. They kept us on the back foot.
Solid team. We got battered midweek. As I to be fair, I did say if we played the way we played against Brentford, that we'd go there and we'd get battered. I thought it'd be a lot worse than actually what it was.
Do you think you played the way that you played against Brentford in that game as well? I didn't pick up on that.
No, it was in terms of intensity, in terms of lack of intensity, in terms of in the right moments, not being 100% full-blooded the first 20 minutes. You know what I mean? We can never start a game like that. And that's how we started against Brentford as well, under the cosh. So that sort of performance is starting to become a bit somewhat of a staple in this Maresca side, which is something that I'm not happy about at all, but we'll get into that obviously with what happened this weekend. But yeah, before we do get into anything, lads, what's in your Shin Pad? I know Alvin's obviously very familiar with the show. I didn't tell you to bring anything. There's no pressure, nothing. You know what I mean? You don't need to give us anything today. If you think of something, feel free to interject. But we'll start off with Will today. Will, what have you got in your Shin Pad?
What have I got in my Shin Pad? Well, I did have an idea for something else, but I wanted to pull something out of my Shin Pad, and that's going to be my sunglasses here. So, obviously, we said off cam. I was thinking, should I even share this story or not? I don't know. But basically, guys, like, I was getting ready to film for this podcast. So naturally, like, every other time I've had glasses on. So for those of you that didn't know, if it wasn't obvious, right now I'm like a guy lost in the fog right now, honestly. I'm like that you know that player that goalkeeper that was playing on the pitch back in the 40s or something.
Yeah, and he carried on playing. Before the game was done, they blew the whistle and he was playing there for an hour afterwards. He just stood there.
This is me, guys. I'm just telling you, I can't even see. I'm just here vibing, honestly.
Will's gonna be here 2 hours after we've wrapped, still looking for us. Thinking what's going on.
Honestly, I'm gonna be finished, guys. But my gripe was, I was even considering, because these are prescripted. Should I wear this? But then
Put it on quick. Give us the little
thinking-
yeah.
But this is what I was thinking of, like, now everyone's gonna, you know, the amount of comments I'm gonna get about
Mysterious.
Jez Spence looking like, oh, this guy thinks he's Jez Spence. Oh, this guy thinks he's this. I was like, nah. So I just thought I wouldn't bait people into it, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I want to even set this on air, like.
Okay.
No, that's good
I should've
fun though.
not.
That's good fun.
Nah.
Alright, that's brilliant though. What I've got in my shit, I'm gonna pull it out of my actual shin pad today.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Oi.
Yeah.
What have you got
I'm
there?
pissed, bruv.
Oh, Fez.
I am pissed, yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna be slapping this on someone's car and making them have a heart attack the same way that I had a heart attack when I picked this up. This is a penalty charge notice from the Council of Haringey. Yeah, you pieces of absolute garbage. I got this PCN for parking on a double yellow line, and you know what? I'd be fair with that if I'd actually done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was parked in a bay with the overshadow of my car on top of a double yellow line.
That's
Yeah.
a false image.
False image, false everything. Yeah. So when I got there, I was so annoyed that I thought, you know what? Yeah, let me see if I can find my man. Running around thinking, where's this shoot? Bro, I come out of the leisure centre, innit? I was at the gym.
Yeah.
So it was all sweet, to be fair. Bro, I'm walking around the car park. He's asleep in the car, having a nap. How dare you sleep after you've given someone £80 worth of stress? You know how mad this is? You know how crazy that is? How can you sleep as a human being?
It's probably throwing Zeds as well, like cartoon style as well.
Like nothing had happened
The good day's work.
after you wrongfully give someone a PCN. So I'm annoyed, and from now on, I'm gonna be slapping fake PCNs on whoever's car I see because I'm just pissed. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I wanna pay it forward, pay forward the negativity. Do you get me? Pieces of shit, Rev. But anyways, that's us with what's in your shin pad. Nothing football related this week at all. But go on.
I actually had something football related in my Shin Pad,
Nice.
so I don't have one on it, but
yeah,
I'll put it
go on, bro.
imaginary.
Pull it out imaginary.
But this is actually kind of related to so in a general term, I would say like post goal celebrations, right?
Okay.
Now, going back to yesterday's game, obviously Arsenal City down
1-0.
1-0, and then obviously Martinelli, fantastic goal. Now, the discourse I've seen on Twitter so far is like from different teams, bear in mind, not even just City fans,
Yeah, a lot
like
of
different teams saying,
yeah.
these guys celebrating a draw, no mentality of champions. Now, as someone that's played football myself before, even though we've been 3-0 down, if you scored one and you know you've been fighting for that goal, you're gonna celebrate. It's almost like a release of
of course.
of plenty of emotions. So it's like, it's funny other teams are saying this because like, not to go on to Liverpool fans and whatnot, but like, you know, the last season at the Emirates when Salah equalised to make it 2-2.
Yeah.
You guys celebrated naturally. You're facing your rivals. You know they've been playing Harambo for the past 80 minutes. Just how many centre backs have been subbed on?
Yeah.
You know,
Getting tested your own medicine.
exactly.
for once.
You know what? I just have to give it to them. I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. It's not nice when you're the actual when you're at the receiving end, but on the receiving end. But yeah, like go for it. Like he had every reason to celebrate, especially in his position. The way Arsenal fans were like campaigning for him to leave.
Mate, I definitely agree. with you. I don't think you know what it is? I think it's because it's Arsenal and you guys have done something like this so many times where it's come to the point where it's like, oh, they're doing it again. But with that one there, you guys, in my head, you lost the game.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, because especially with your lack of creativity at the minute, and that sort of like it didn't look like you guys were going to score until Eze came on.
Exactly.
And that pass was unbelievable. And the goal, the finish was even better. And I was shocked that he could even do that with his weaker foot, lift it over the goalkeeper. Wow, I thought somehow Donnarumma would get back. He dropped halfway, and I was like, yeah, this is mad. But I understand where you guys would celebrate because I was fuming. So for the fact that I'm absolutely livid, somebody should be equally opposite. I understand it 100%. So hey, nice one, fair play. That's a great.
I would love to piggyback on that and say maybe my real gripe for this week is the amount of people who watch football, they love football, but you can tell that they've never kicked a ball around before with the opinions they have. Honestly. And it's not even like you've got to be someone who's played pro or semi-pro, but it's
just kick a ball for
it's like,
time
you
to
can tell
time.
their football experience is playing FIFA and PES back in the... Like, they don't have the emotion of really getting in this,
No,
and
fair enough, man.
Honestly.
Yeah, I hear it, man. Listen, honestly, great first a debut Shin Pad, we'll call it. Yeah? We need to start giving those out. Whenever somebody makes their debut on the channel, I'll give them an honorary silver Shin Pad or something.
Yes, no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, when the budget goes up,
Yeah, let's get that in the mix.
subscribe, and the budget will go up, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, boys, let's get into the action for this weekend. Starting off with somewhere I don't want to start off with.
But you gotta.
I have to, innit? Let's get out of the way. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. I had half of a mind to come in here wearing a shirt and tie today, but I didn't think it was the right time. I didn't think we needed to get somebody in the office and start having talks about things that are going on. I thought, you know what? It's very early season. I had the feeling that it will come soon, but maybe it was a bit too soon, this game. And the reason I say that is because we went down extremely early. 4 minutes into the game, Robert Sanchez decides to suplex Brian and Burmo for some strange reason. And instead of going a goal down, he decides, you know what, I'm going to take myself out of the equation. You know what I mean? Just goodbye. I'm done with everything I've done today, guys. I've helped you all I can. See you later. The rest is up to you. Yeah. Itadori Yuji. Yeah. I leave the rest to you. Yeah. That's what the type of stuff he was on, innit? So that red card, from my head at that point, the game was over. But I do have to say, Enzo Maresca decides to make 3 substitutions in the space of 2 minutes after the red card.
Pretty much.
He takes off Rob Sanchez for Esteban. I understand. I get it. He's the youngest player. He's the one that's going to get sacrificed if there's a red.
Yeah,
fair enough. In that same change, he decides to change Pedro Neto and bring on Tosin Adarabioyo. So he's taken off one of your outlets, somebody who, when you're defending deep, which you will be because you've got 10 men, somebody who can get you up the pitch and stretch the game.
For sure.
Take that guy off. Cool. My head's gone already. 5 minutes later, you say that Palmer has an injury and he's got to come off as well. And you bring on Andre Santos, who's a bit more of a box-to-box midfielder rather than the creative maverick that Cole Palmer is. Already, head is absolutely gone. 3 substitutions for 1 red card. I was saying the other day, 2 girls, 1 cup type. I'm being serious. I'm being so serious. All the jokes, whatever, the laughter, fair enough, yeah? So then, you know what? Even before the red card, we were playing dreadful. United were on top of us. It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes, not a long time.
Honestly.
But you can feel every game I watch, every single game I watch, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's anybody else, within the first 5 minutes, you can get a vibe for the game and you kind of know how things are going to pan out. Yeah. If only for the first half. Maybe later on things change, but maybe if only for the first.
Nice,
I knew we was going to be under the cosh. Man, that was probably the worst performance I've seen from a team that went down to 10 men ever. He decides to go to a 5 at the back, and we concede immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. So you went to the 5 back, and you've already conceded. So the reason you've gone to the 5 back is now null and void, but nothing changes. Yeah. So you've within 20 minutes, your tactical setup before the game is obsolete. Your substitutions are obsolete, and your tactical setup in game is obsolete. So you have no legs to stand on. Fair enough. We go in half time. 1-0 down. Was it
2-0?
2. It was 2-0 at half time, wasn't
Casemiro.
it? Yeah. Casemiro got his goal. So we go in at the break 2-0 down. What happens? We come out unchanged. Exact same team. And he decides, cool, we'll just keep playing the way we're playing. Then, as I feared before, I had a feeling these guys are bozos. We're playing against probably the worst Manchester United not probably, the worst Manchester United team in the history of the Premier League, right? And I had a feeling, listen, these guys at some point will stoop to our level. They can even get a man sent off themselves. Lo and behold, Casemiro decides to take Andre Santos down as he's in on goal, and he gets a red card himself, the bozo.
So the second yellow, though, but there was a talking point. Was this a fair second yellow? People were saying it was a harsh one to send them off.
I don't give a flying fuck if it was harsh, if it was yes, if it was no. That means nothing to me as a Chelsea fan. I understand it's a talking point, and people will get into it. I think it is a red card. He's done 2 cynical challenges, and there was a lot more in between those as well, where he was doing some kind of he got away with a few. So Casemiro, I think he knew that it was gone, especially because Andre Santos was about to play somebody in, and he just dragged him down. So that's not denying of a goal scoring opportunity, obviously, but denying of an attack to start. So at that point, fair enough. Second yellow, he's gone. 10 versus 10 now. Even playing board, right?
Surely.
Yeah.
What do we do? Take the ball and do what we usually do when we have. If we had 11 versus 11, this is what we would have done. Yeah? Get the ball, put your foot on it, pass sideways. That way, come back this way. Act like you're going to go inside. Don't go inside. Go back around, pass that way. Come back this way. We wasted 40 minutes doing that. 40 minutes doing that. And whilst this is happening, our only one bright spark in the game is Reece James playing where? As a wing back for the first time ever under Enzo Maresca. And what does Reece James do? What he fucking does best. Whip an absolute dangerous ball into the box and Trevor Chalobah scores and we get one goal back into the game. At that point, I'm thinking, you know what? Screaming at the TV. This is why Maresca is an absolute imbecile. We are 10-10. 10 versus 10 now. But we still have 5 defenders on the pitch. Yeah? 3 midfielders, basically. Because João Pedro's not really a striker. And he's not a fast forward to get you up.
Yeah.
Enzo Fernandez still on the pitch. How's Enzo? You're 10. You've got 10 men. You've got 9 men now because Enzo's there. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not even joking. He, as a person, when you go 10 men down, when you go a man down in a game, Enzo Fernandez should be the first person to come off the pitch. He can't run. He's got no legs. It's Caicedo by himself.
It is.
I don't know what happened to Enzo's mobility. Like, I don't know what happened. It was a long summer or something, but he hasn't looked the same.
Never had it.
Honestly, I'm wondering why Romeo Lavia is not being paired with Caicedo. I think that's your
He's injured.
strongest.
He's injured.
But is he not
Lavia's
back?
never fit. He's not back yet.
Yeah,
he's
it's
not
a
back.
nagging one, isn't it?
Lavia is never fit. And this is the issue that we have at the minute. Maresca and his system demands very specific types of players to play in very specific areas of the pitch at specific times, right? He can't... He's like I've got a younger brother. My younger brother's autistic. He lacks things very specific. You can't change it. It's a certain hard-headedness. Yeah. If his toast, you need to take off all of the crusts, or he's not even touching it. Maresca, he is like my little brother. He won't eat his toast if he has crust on it. Okay. Grow up. Adapt to what's happening in the game. There's something called game state.
Yeah.
He doesn't look at the game state at all and think, hey, let me adapt to what's actually happening right now in front of my eyes. Bro, we left it. Late in the game, he decides, cool, I'm going to bring on Tyreek George. And who else? I don't even know. My head's gone, Rev. He brought on Tyreek George, played Tyreek George up top. And he brought on Malo Gusto for Cucurella. And Gusto played left back. Left back!
Honestly.
Bro, I don't know. At the end of the day, yeah, listen, I almost lost my voice on Saturday. The amount I was screaming, bro. I almost lost my voice. Yeah. Not only that, but because I captained Palmer this week in my FPL. We'll get into that later on. We'll get into that later on. And that meant terrible things for my fantasy, which it was a bad week for everyone, but we'll get into that. But at the end of the day, bro, utter chaos. And we fed into it purely from our tactical standpoint. We wasted half of the game. We couldn't get back into it at all. Man, United, after when we got our 10 men and we had 71 possession in the second half, United had nothing. They couldn't defend those balls that were coming in from Reece. But there was no one there at the end of it. Yeah. There was nobody there in the end of it because we don't train for crosses to come in. I could tell we don't train for crosses to come in from wide areas because nobody's there on the end of the box. And there's not going to be crosses coming in from wide areas because no fullbacks overlap ever. Did you see the balls that Reece James played? You saw the assists.
Yeah, beautiful. Honestly, I'm one. You know, it's actually funny because as a rival fan that watches the Chelsea games, because my brother is a Chelsea fan as well, so I always get to see him because he's always fixated on the live games. Yeah. I watch these games and think, wow, exactly as you said with Maresca. Like my brother was fuming with Maresca because even though when you're down to 10 men, you think, okay, it's not really too much you could do, but really, once the full-time whistle blows, it's like, you know what, Maresca lost them. The game. Maresca decided, okay, we can't win today, so this and that, and it's
after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes. So that shows 100% his inexperience, and I don't know what that leaves us now.
But you see,
within 1 week, this is how much football changes. I don't know what you're gonna say. Obviously, double cup, Chelsea was overrated.
Said this.
I know, I get it, 100%. But it's very easy to be right in those situations.
It certainly is, Abdul. I can tell you.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's. Listen, you know what? Yeah, we could talk 100 million years about this game and about why Enzo Maresca is one of the worst coaches out of the top teams, in my opinion. And I've said this for a long time. I've had this opinion for so long. I'm not a fan of the way our team plays, and he's shown again incapability of in-game adaptability. So yeah, Chelsea at this point, and I think we're going to struggle to get top four.
I did want to ask, is he on the clock?
Is Maresca on the clock? He's been on the clock for me since last season.
But
Since we were second in December.
the Club World Cup was changing.
No,
the discourse changed.
No, that
Changed after.
everyone else's discourse. I understand. I hear it. The Club World Cup did a lot to mask things that were
Obviously
wrong.
conference as well.
But
Yeah.
we also had a lot of players. We strengthened our team last year. We added in João Pedro. We added in a lot of squad depth around that as well. Delap. We've got some quality players who came back from loan. Andrew Santos. We've added Estevao, one of the most exciting young talents in Europe right now. Yeah, probably in the world. Probably in the world because he just come from Brazil.
Especially for his age.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Especially.
And that coupled with the squad that we already have, the quality that we already had in there, Reece James, Cucurella, Caicedo, Cole Palmer, one of the best players in the world on his day, let's be honest, yeah? You can have a coach, I think 65% of coaches can take this team and do something important in terms of challenge. Take them to challenge for something important. Do you know what I mean? Going for the Premier League, not drawing 2 and losing 1 in the first 5 games when you've had a very easy run of it. Brentford, Fulham, Palace, United, West Ham. One of those games we look decent in, and it's West Ham who everyone's battering. Everyone's battering. And even that West Ham game, we started off shaky.
Yeah, they scored as well.
We started off very shaky.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm looking at it, and the reason I was telling you guys, and I had so much confidence in Chelsea beforehand, was because of our players and what our players can do. And I even caveated when I was saying that we could push and go on for the league, is that the only thing that would stop us is Maresca handicapping us with his system. And that's what he's doing yet again. And I don't see us challenging in any way for anything important this season. I think we'll just about qualify for the later stages of the Champions League. First round, we get anybody decent, we're out of that competition. Premier League, we're going to struggle to get into the top 4 this season. I feel like. And yeah, Liverpool are far gone by now. We can't even look at them and think they've almost got double our points at this stage. So we can't even look at them and think we're going to try and no. In your congested periods, you have to get points. We played 3 games this week, 1 point.
Okay.
1 point from 3 games. So yeah, it's a very, very, very sad situation. And in my opinion, Maresca should have been sacked a long time ago. And I'm done with him. I'm more than Maresca out. I've been Maresca out for ages. I'm more than Maresca out at this moment in time. Get someone else in. Andoni, Iraola, bring him to the bridge. And that's the last time I have on it. That's it. Thank you guys for letting me speak. My head's gone. I can't even that. Honestly,
Feel a bit better though. Like you're letting that steam off.
Yeah. I do feel better letting that steam off. It has been. Do you know what I mean? It's been there for a long time, so I feel like I've just bust a fat nut. But moving on from that, we're gonna go on to the next game, the next derby. Liverpool against Everton. Liverpool 2, Everton 1. And wow, man, I'll be honest with you. Another win for the Reds. Yeah. Another one where it was quite what's the word? Routine. I think Liverpool looked a lot better in this game. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Conor Bradley started at right back, in my opinion. I really rate him. And I feel like he gives you guys something that you were lacking in terms of a natural right back who could provide width, which means that Salah can now play a bit more inside, where previously he was holding the width a bit more. Am I wrong in saying that? Or
I think you're totally right in saying that. I feel like this was Salah's best, probably week of the season for sure. You're finally seeing him impact games in a way that it just reminds you of what he normally does.
Yeah.
You know, at least probably like 7 out or 8 out of 10 games, he usually has those moments. Like, I feel like he's been lacking that, even though, as Abdul says, GNA scammer, he gets his goals and assists out of something. But today, it was like really meaningful with his play. I think like he's really intense.
To be honest with you though,
Really
before we move too far, GNA scammer, I'm still watching you. Keep watching.
That
That pass, it was a good pass.
Honestly.
Decent pass. The finish, though, Gravenberch had no right to put that in the way he did.
Honestly.
So again, I feel like Salah scammed that GA because Gravenberch turned it into an assist. That wasn't like do you know what I mean? That was an incredible finish on the swivel as the ball's bouncing.
Yeah.
If you play football, you know how tough that kind of shot is.
goes
Just to
over the
get it
bar.
looping over the keeper. Unbelievable. But yeah, Salah did look a lot better though in this game. I will say that 100%.
It was crazy though. The Gravenberch finish, when he did it, I was like, wow, what at the moment, it's like, what can he not do? I don't know if I'm glazing because I support Liverpool, but honestly, like right now, he looks like the total package. And you know what's even crazy? Like I think a couple years ago, Rafael van der Vaart just randomly said on some, I think Dutch sports TV, like Ryan Gravenberch is a much better player than Jude Bellingham. He can do everything. I don't think he's a better player than Jude Bellingham, but I don't quite think they play the same kind of midfield role. But obviously, he's been moved into the number 6 position. Yeah. Around about a year ago now. So I'm just thinking like where Gravenberch plays, like where does he sit in the conversations for, the best like in his position? Because he didn't get a Ballon d'Or nomination, which is, like I think as we're speaking,
I think he's a quality player.
Yeah, exactly.
I think for the position that he plays in, this is gonna sound mad, but he's not defensive enough for that position. But I don't understand why that should. Even though he is
I
a
think
good.
the stats back that he has got good defensive
He's
contributions.
got good defensive contributions for sure, but it's not like I don't know. When you look at defensive midfielders of his mold, we'll compare him to like Caicedo, but I don't think you can compare the two because Caicedo is an absolute destroyer. Who anybody comes within a 5-10 meter radius of him, that ball is his. Do you know what I mean? Which is it's a different player to Gravenberch, but Gravenberch is total in that way of the technical ability and being able to do things like that and score goals as well, which Caicedo does too. But I don't know how to explain it. Gravenberch is in his position. He just doesn't stand out. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I really don't think players play like Gravenberch anymore. I was actually even thinking like, wow, it's been so long where you can have a real tall physical presence. Move the way that he does.
He's like a Busquets.
Honestly, a really quick Busquets in some moments, like starting off the attack.
Do you get it? But Busquets didn't shine in that midfield because they had the guys who do you know what I mean? But in terms of the actual ability, Gravenberch, I rate him extremely high.
He looks like Liverpool's best midfielder, and I would say
I agree with that.
McAllister is probably the actual best midfielder. But right now I'm saying, well, I say that, but actually, what does Gravenberch not provide there as well? And then you've even got like to the point where Liverpool's best midfield three might not even include Wirtz in it at the moment.
Definitely doesn't include
So
Wirtz.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's not even
all of these guys
5 games.
Gone out, yeah.
He came on and he got a yellow card. Wirtz, by the way, we should talk about that. That isn't that is not how I expected. To be honest, Little Easy Wirtz, Doofenshmirtz, he's got probably the worst slander names. But Wirtz, man, 140 odd. How much? I don't even know.
Oh my goodness,
Everyone loves. Well, I don't know what the fee is because I've heard 150, 140, 130.
No.
What is it? 120?
It's 116. I think they deliberately made it one more than Caicedo, 1 million more than Caicedo. It's so obvious. 'Cause why else would you make it 116? It doesn't make sense.
Nah, I don't know.
But it was,
Whatever the price was, he's not looking like he's even worth half.
100 mil upfront. But I promise, it doesn't at all. But I think saving graces, he's 22. I think he's even younger than Harvey Elliott that we named out. People don't even know that. Like he's super young.
He's young. He's got time.
But
what I will say though is
he takes too long on the ball. I think, especially with releasing shots.
Definitely, yeah.
But someone who is very much impressing me is Ekitike.
Oh wow, yeah.
And it's not just his overall play, but it's when he does get a chance, he just slots it.
That's it.
And it's the types of finishes that fill you with confidence if you're a fan of that team. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly,
through the keeper's legs,
just
past the keeper, these kind of things that striker's instinct.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
honestly, I think Ekitike, I think the thing that's actually shocked me the most about him, he's the only signing that I've seen rival fans like really respect.
Oh yeah.
From Liverpool, some respect. I think even my brother supports Chelsea. Like he constantly jokes about the way in January we're gonna sign him. Something like that. So he could keep both Isak and him.
We wanted him to be honest. We wanted him,
but Chelsea fell out of the race quite early for it. Like I do forget Chelsea were actually one of the teams before you signed Pedro.
Exactly. We were in for him for a while. What I will say is on Chelsea, we shouldn't have even got rid of Jackson.
Beyond me, it blows my mind.
Yeah, so I'm like with our recruitment and the way we handle transfers, I don't know if it's a baby or if it's just somebody who's high, drunk. What's going on? I don't know. I don't know.
I
But
think
Chelsea's
the perfect
separate.
window up, and it's weird because I think people don't rate Jackson because of performances, so they
We had a
decide to
good
not-
window, but we reacted too much in the window. Selling Jackson because he wanted to go wherever it is. You should talk to the guy and say, listen, you're still going to get so many chances. Look at Delap. He's already injured, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have ever been in the three
Just
strike. I don't know
bit
why
of- bit of
Maresca even
unlucky
has
timing.
this.
Yeah.
Maresca has this obsession with only having 2 strikers, bro. When I was growing up, every big team had 3 strikers.
Yeah.
You're playing Champions
Liverpool at the
League.
moment having just 2.
Do you get it?
As
But
well.
no, but Liverpool have players that can deputise in there, like Averts. We have 2, and one of our guys is a deputy already. Like, Joao Pedro's not out and out striker.
That's true.
Yeah.
So he's already a deputy in there. You've only got 1. I don't know. It's not. We're not talking about Chelsea, anyways. But another good win for Liverpool.
Yeah.
And top
Some
of the table.
top quality goals. Even Ghana,
yeah.
Gay.
Game
Yeah,
finish.
Gaze. Oh, what a
Yeah,
finish!
Yeah.
What-
Yeah,
Hey,
balling from Grealish as well.
that
to
ball,
set up the
exactly.
chance.
That's what I was saying. And Everton, even though they weren't in the game at any point, I wouldn't say they still performed really well.
Yeah,
and
they
this is
held
what
it
I was
down.
saying last week, where I feel like they could be the team that could push into those lower European positions because they look so good. Drewsbury Hall looks really good. Ndiaye, that ball from Grealish to Ndiaye, we've seen that many times this season already. So they're having patterns of play that even I can recognise as someone who's not an Everton fan. So that should bode well. I think Moyes has done a great job. Grealish is even speaking volumes about how Moyes has been with him personally, things like that. So
It's funny. Just a quick point on Moyes. I feel like he told every kind of player that's played under him, like, he's a proper player's coach.
Yeah,
Like, they have
sure.
no bad words to say about him, even when he was at West Ham as well.
Yeah.
When he left as well, it was a whole big thing. It was like he just changed the whole locker room culture. So, like, having...
I think West Ham have fallen off since he's
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
And they chased him out.
Heavily
Tragic.
falling
So
off.
tragic.
And they're going to chase Mr. Potter out. But before we get into any of that, we're going to move into our next game. Probably the most anticipated game of the weekend. We had some tasty fixtures this weekend,
Okay.
but probably the most anticipated game of the weekend. The Pep Guardiola derby, as I like to say. Pep versus his accomplice. Or apprentice, I should say.
Yeah.
Manchester City won, Arsenal won, or Arsenal won, Manchester City won because it was at the Emirates, obviously. Martinelli with the late equaliser.
Wow.
Erling Haaland, what a beast. What a beast. The man who saved me this week, he's Erling Haaland, please save me.
Hey, you know what's so jarring? I was so like, could have been a bias, but it's like, he's not going to score against Gabriel Silly, but they're ready for him.
Bro,
Like,
to be honest, I wasn't having none of that because he's
Yeah.
already back to 6 against
That's
Arsenal.
it.
So
And
I
you
was
look
like,
at
you
the
know what?
stats,
Yeah, I
pretty
wasn't
much,
really...
yeah.
Because especially the way that City started the season and the way that they look so ready to adapt and play different styles. They're not just playing, we're going to control this game. They know that Arsenal are a very worthy opponent, and if they can sit a bit and catch you guys,
Yeah.
their goal was transition.
Yeah. Dirty mid block.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
Reinders
boom.
burst through with the ball. Reinders, great patience, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Kept going, look left, look right. Fated like he's going to go left and play the perfect pass into Haaland. Haaland took a little bit of a heavy touch, but that
Wait for Rad to come out a bit.
he is so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
He is so quick. He took a heavy touch, but he just gets there.
It's
Huge bounce. You saw it, innit?
Yeah.
Literally.
And then he just perfect finish past the keeper. The guy is just unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
Yeah.
And he's adding to his game. Some of the build up I saw with him
Yeah,
in this.
I saw from the Club World Cup, he was actually doing a
Yeah.
little bit of like, I didn't know he had it in his locker. Like,
Honestly, if he carries on like this, in my opinion, from what I've seen, best player in the world.
pushes, wow.
Ballon d'Or worthy, I think. That's
Definitely. He is looking so up for it.
Yeah.
So up for it, man. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you have to respect that.
Oh, yeah.
You have to respect that in terms of like, bro, last season he got ridiculed. He got absolutely scored 24 odd goals last season.
And that's a bad season.
I was just about to say, do you know where he's finished in the final Ballon d'Or votings just released today? He's
What?
26th.
That's heavy disrespect.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
heavy
did not
disrespect.
think he'd be that.
Van Dijk was 28th.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
I'm seeing
I think
Fabian,
McAllister might be
Fabian
above him.
Garassi is above him.
Wow.
Sergio Girassi. Who's he playing for now?
But he's at Borussia Dortmund.
Dortmund,
isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think he was one of the top scorers in the Champions League last season, but
Yeah.
I didn't think he had a best. I didn't even think Lautaro Martinez had a best year. And I watch a lot of Inter games. You know,
The Ballon d'Or, we can get into this whole different kettle of fish. But as an Arsenal fan,
Yeah.
Alvin, what did you feel like with this game? How did it feel like it went?
So,
What did you think? How did you think it would go?
as an Arsenal fan, I think most fans can relate to this. Football fans in general, but I
Yeah.
feel like because of our context,
yeah.
the game really starts when you see the lineup. Now, when you see the likes of a free DM midfield. Like, the only time I could excuse it is when you go to Anfield. Fair enough. Anfield was a fortress. There's a lot that happens there. Maybe sit back a bit, see how the game develops, and obviously if you need more attacking play, we can bring on the midfielders there. Midfielders there. But, and it maybe Bilbao as well, because that's a Spanish team. You know, they will actually held it down, but 3 games in a row, I think is a bit too much. And especially at home, we need to prove a point. I think, obviously, not starting either Nuneri or Eze, at least at the 10, was already a mistake. But to start Trossard, like, he's barely had a sniff, basically, for most of the season. Starting him against the likes of City, I feel like, I wouldn't say I was the most confident going into the game then. And then, obviously, 9 minutes in, they already score. That just set the mood for the rest of the game. And it's just like, it was a tough watch, just because we couldn't break them down. And it's funny, because we had most of the possession of the game as well.
Yeah.
Throughout even the first and second half, and we couldn't break them down no matter what, because there's literally nowhere we can go.
No space.
Literally, no space. Literally, sideways, backwards.
Yeah.
And it was
but also, to be fair, I feel like Arsenal, they've lacked severely this season in terms of creativity.
Yeah.
Erdegaard's not been at it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Saka's not been fit for large parts of it. He's your biggest creative outlet, in my opinion.
No, for sure.
And then you have guys who then come into the game later on, like your Noweris, your Ezes, who aren't...
Even your MLSs as well.
Do you know what I'm saying? Who aren't fully engraved into the starting lineup yet.
Yeah.
I feel like if you had a creative fullback somewhere who would get higher up the pitch and then be able to put those balls into the box, because you've got a Gyökeres.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like you guys played to his strengths in this game.
I don't think so either. I think we're still kind of declaring from the whole, like, paying for Havertz, you know, getting a ball up to him, having that target man presence in the box and whatnot.
I still feel, I think that's the perfect one. I feel like these types of games where Saka's missing and you're not playing some players in the 10, I think Havertz might have helped you
if he was fit
in a couple games.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's funny you say that about, like, an attacking fullback as well. I think that's where you got Hincapié as well. I think, like, he will be that guy, you know, even running down, trying to get into the channels, but obviously pinging it over to Gyökeres.
But he's another mold of he's of the Calafiori mold, where he's a centre back, left back type
hybrid.
You know what I mean? And those, I don't know. He's a big boy as well. Hincapié. He's not really slight. I feel like the slight sort of easy. You can get past people if you're a bit smaller and you've got a bit more. Like with Reece James, he's not the biggest guy. He's strong, but he's quite a short guy. Not short, but he's not as tall in terms of.
Stocky,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's very stocky, but in terms of he can shift it and get a yard. It's a bit harder for players like Hincapié to shift it and get a yard type thing in those high wide areas, final thirds of the pitch. So I feel like if you guys had like a Robbo in his prime or a Trent or someone like that, that would help you guys so much more, because you don't have that creativity in the forward lines at the minute unless it comes off the bench, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And essentially that. I think, you know, not to do too much on the midfield as well. I guess there were some positive moments as well. I think, obviously, despite the first goal, there was also a chance. I think Mourinho kind of lost the ball. I forgot to, but basically, there would be an attacking area. Yeah. Our defensive area. And, you know, that could have been even worse. It could have been a 2-0 there, but I think Gabriel and Saliba, we managed to sort that out. Yeah. I think Tim was alright as well. Madueke was decent, you know.
Again, another one where we saw a lot of hype coming off of the last couple of performances. Right. And I was here saying, very similar to what he's done at Chelsea, he's very good at taking on a man. What happens afterwards? Yeah. You know what I mean?
I can imagine, as obviously being a Chelsea fan, watching him game week in and game week out, like how frustrating that must be. Yeah. But for me, because I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans, obviously based off these last performances, saying I don't see why he shouldn't start over Saka all these times. I'm like, you know, let's calm it down. You know,
because do you think Arsenal fans have taken so quickly to him? Have you guys been starved of a player?
I think I've got a theory. I've got a theory before Alvin, you speak on it.
Go for it.
I've got a slight theory. I think because you guys had the no to Madueke campaign, you were signing petitions not to bring the guy.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then he comes and he was half alright. So you're overcompensating now.
Yeah, well,
I'm so sorry. He's the best. Do you know what I mean? It's the best thing since sliced bread, because you were like, oh, you didn't want him, so you kind of feel bad. So you know what I mean? Overcompensating. Yeah. That's kind of my theory on it. What do you think?
No, to be fair, I definitely agree with you as well. I think it was definitely blown out of proportion. Like, anyone that wants to come and play for us, I feel like we should obviously look at them as like one of our own.
Bro,
already.
it's a similar thing to what we had with Garnacho. And I was looking at it like, what's going on here? Garnacho's a good player.
Exactly.
He scored double-digit goals, got double-digit goals and assists for multiple seasons in the Premier League.
Was it not? I feel like this is the thing. I brought this up a couple pods ago. I feel like played it down. Some other Chelsea fans, definitely when I made a video talking about it on my own channel, but I felt like Chelsea fans were really playing it down. But I felt like Chelsea fans were disappointed that they didn't get Xavi Simmons.
I get
And
that.
also
I did not care for Xavi Simmons.
I know, but I think some are against the Garnacho signing for that reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And which is similar to Madueke, to be fair, because they wanted Rodrigo,
Yes.
or they wanted Gyökeres. It was before they signed Gyökeres, so they were like, "Why are we doing this when we haven't even signed Gyökeres yet?" Type thing. So football fans are
quite fickle.
Fickle, but at the same time, I understand it. I hear it. Simmons, I don't know, man. I'm yet to be seen. I don't think he's gonna be a trailblazer like people think. I don't think he's as good as people think he is, and I think we might have just got away with one in terms of. Here's a hot take for you. This is gonna absolutely go either amazingly well or terribly. I think Garnacho becomes more of a success at Chelsea than Simmons does at Tottenham.
I don't think that's a bad take at all. I don't think so.
Thank you.
I've always been a fan of Garnacho. I don't know if that's a bias for me, but I feel like he's prem proof. And he's only 20. I think he might turn 21. But he's like literally, even to be fair, like this might sound controversial myself. Like I would have been happy if we started talking to Garnacho when we were looking at the left winger side as well. Obviously,
I think his personality and
that's the only
his stuff like that, and his brother, all that sort of outside stuff is what sort of gives him that bad rep.
Exactly.
But I've not seen anything come out so far of how his attitude's been at Chelsea or anything like that. He looks like he's training well. Looks like
I feel
he's
like,
doing well.
but for Man United fans that I speak to, they all tell me almost unanimously that Garnacho is just, as of last season, that he would just make the same mistakes over and over.
This is the thing though. Last season, who did they hire? They hired Amorim, the guy who told him, "You can leave, get the hell out." That's the whole thing about it. I think Amorim wasn't the right kind of coach.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Kobe Manu as well.
Exactly. So it's the same thing. So is Kobe a bad player?
I don't think so at all.
It's Amorim again, but we'll get into that maybe another point. We're here obviously to finish up talking about the Arsenal City game. I don't know how we got into cards yet. But yeah, Arsenal. Hey, listen. In my opinion, it's a good point. I think you guys showed a level of maturity there to get that result in the end. City did so well. They defended resolutely, and in a game where you couldn't create many chances, come away with a point. I think you happy with that.
Incredible assist, like Eze.
Oh man. What a ball over the
honestly.
top. I've not even seen him do that much as well, to be fair.
Yeah, usually it's more like he probably play it like through the ground, like
exactly, because he's more of a final third type of player. But in this game, he had a bit more freedom, and I feel like if you give him that freedom, because I said, listen, if Arteta buys this guy to be a touchline winger, where he was holding the width in the Champions League, you see, that's where you get the worst. Eze is not even a good winger if you play him there. He's not even a good. You won't be able to do anything in those situations.
He's not like explosive.
Put him in the middle of 10 people where there's chaos. That's where he thrives because he can find that moment of space, that moment of magic, and produce something. But when you slap him wide and say hold the width, that's disrespectful. For me, in football, the only players that should be holding the width are fullbacks. Maresca. But anyways, we're done talking about Arsenal City. Good point for Arsenal City. If they got a win here, man, it would have been massive for them. It would have been massive. Yeah. But again, not the worst result going to Arsenal getting a draw, in my opinion.
Sure.
But yeah, moving into our next game, the last game of the Big Six teams, we've got Brighton 2, Tottenham 2. Mental game. You guys, manage to catch as well?
Yeah.
Up and down, end to end. Tottenham started so poorly.
Yeah.
So poorly. 2-0 down within, I don't even know how long. But they showed good resilience to fight back. Kudus with 2 assists. I don't know if you can count the second one as an assist. He just crossed it and it was an own goal. Yeah. It's an FPL assist. It's not really.
I'm so annoyed because I took Kudus out this week.
Swear.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wild card.
No, I didn't even wild card as well.
But, we'll get into that in FPL Corner, actually. Hold on to that. We'll have your team up on the screen, everything. You'll get your own. Yeah, man. But good point for Brighton. They were showing a little bit of I'm not sure. They didn't start the season the best in my opinion.
Mixed bag.
Yeah, a bit of a mixed bag, but a good point for them. And they do this. They have that ability to be able to get results against the big teams, Brighton. What did you guys think of the game?
I feel like Brighton should have held on for the win. I'm not sure how they let it slip.
Yeah.
It was a weird watch, honestly, my opinion. I felt like the quality of goals scored, it was almost like night and day when you compare one team's goals to the other team's goals.
Yeah.
and I'm just thinking like, okay, what's going on? Yeah, and even now I can't figure out.
To be fair, I think to be fair, it's even hard for me to give Tottenham flowers as an Arsenal fan, but I feel like it's just like a showing of Thomas Frank under Tottenham. I feel like their DNA has been known as like a bottling team. I feel like they put the quality in the team, and I feel like he's instilled that belief in them, where it's like 2-0 down, all right, let's still do this, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was evident in the game as well, because even I, like in the first half, I thought Brighton were gonna run away with this, but something switched at halftime, and
Do you know when I realised that Brighton weren't going to win?
Mm-hmm.
They went 2-0 up,
Yeah.
and it pans to Thomas Frank, and he's got like 10 chewing gums in his mouth. He's scribbling away, just chewing furiously. And I said, that's a man who's coming back with a plan.
He's writing a death note right there.
Hey, bro, he was writing Gruda, he was writing Fabian Herzler, he was writing, and he finished them. That second half was a much different.
Yeah.
They overall Bergvall again had some good performance. Kudus did well. Simmons obviously started on the bench this game, but when he come on, he looked all right. And yeah, I think it's good when you're down 2-0 to pull a point back. That's a good point. Always.
Yeah.
Always. But yeah, that's enough about Spurs. Don't need to spend too much time on them. We move on to our games in the rest of the league, and we'll start off with probably one of the more fun games to watch, in my opinion, from this weekend. Fulham 3, Brentford 1. Fulham, they fought back well, to be fair. They went 1 down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Quite early on. And then they got the 3 goals. What did you guys think? Did you manage to catch any of the goals in the game?
Yeah, I did. I feel like Fulham, they started really slowly, but once they got back in it was just quality goal after quality goal. Honestly, like, and the worst part is, I was really looking at all of these goals. I kept thinking, I don't know if Kevin Kelleher could have actually saved any of them.
Yeah,
honestly, I kept looking at it like, because obviously I've watched him a lot as a Liverpool fan. Like, you know, I used to be someone I was quite shaky on Kelleher's shot stopping ability, but I feel like he's really improved over the past year.
Yeah.
But obviously, I know he's now coming to a weird situation. Brentford. It wasn't the situation he arrived into as a new player. But I was like, okay, you know, fair enough. He's got the quality to help Brentford. But I'm seeing some of the goals that we could see in the season. The defense is like, it's like a Swiss cheese. Yeah. Honestly, like it's not help. Like he's not getting help at all. And almost every goal, it's like, wow, quality finish from Harry Wilson. I think. Mm-hmm. Most keepers will not save a ball curling like that.
You know? He's got a catalogue of goals, Harry Wilson, man.
I was telling my brother when he was watching on Match of the Day, I was like, I've always been annoyed why Liverpool let him go, because he wasn't even someone that would come off the bench for us, even when they have these short spells not being on loan. Yeah. And every time he'd be on loan in a championship team, he'd kill it.
Exactly.
That whole Fulham. That's why I knew. I think we had maybe an option to buy, and that's what. Yeah, the way he was playing with Fulham, I knew if they get promoted, they'd definitely sign him. And I feel like he's grown into a good player. Maybe he wouldn't have gone that room to have grown at Liverpool, but I think he's someone who's properly underrated.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
He could probably step up.
Yeah, great performance from him. Good performance from Brentford. Josh King, again, played another 60, 65, 70 minutes. Josh King, again, 18-year-old. Another good performance.
Yeah. Really bad mistake, though. I'll be honest, that was...
Yeah.
It was almost like you could tell, okay, that's a player who's not played Premier League long.
Yeah, exactly.
He needed that. I think he needed one of those
situations.
situations. I will see if Silva puts him in again, because I can't lie, I'm a big fan of young players playing the Premier League, giving them the confidence. Yeah. And he's someone who's got a lot of quality, and I feel like if he can get that first goal, first assist, things like that, start rolling, you can start you start to feel comfortable in the Prem.
Yeah.
Then you start to see the best of players. So once he gets comfortable, I think he can be a very good player. But
just before we quickly move on, I just want to say as well, obviously being an Arsenal fan, seeing the Iwobi flourish as well, I feel like it's about time. Like I feel like he had the minerals, like a vet. Like I wasn't gonna say he was like gonna be like, you know, the next Messi or whatever, like the next best winger. But I feel like he had some minerals for Wenger to play him, you know, against like prime Barcelona at Nou Camp. Like it just shows like he saw something as well in him that most Arsenal fans maybe didn't see at the time.
No, exactly. But I agree with you 100%. And I think Iwobi is one of the better players in the Prem in terms of creativity. Yeah, and he's not rated in that way. He is such a good player. I think he looks. It's a bit funny. He looks a bit like KSI when he plays football. the gait, the way he moves, it's not as smooth. Like you know what I'm saying, but. The ability, the technical ability, and the creativity, and his ability to find a pass more than anything. the incisiveness on his passing, Iwobi is a quality player. And I think he's with Nigeria obviously now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nigeria, they're looking like a very strong squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, only on paper, not on the pitch.
Nah,
Man.
no, on paper. Yeah. I know.
I say.
Yeah.
Niger boys, don't come for me, guys. The numbers speak for themselves, guys.
Yahoo boys.
Okay, guys.
Anyways, going into our next game, we're gonna go to the first 0-0. We're not gonna spend too much time with this. Bournemouth 0, Newcastle 0.
Yeah.
Again, I said it last time we was here. Newcastle fantastic defensively, unbelievably strong defensively. Bournemouth the same. Man, there wasn't much in this though. Not many big chances. The game was. It was a 0-0, man. I don't know what else to really say.
It's quite frustrating because I came into this because I watched the game. I came into it thinking it was going to be like a very explosive game back at, both teams going through major changes in the summer. Yeah, point to prove. But like you said, very defensive on both ends.
Yeah.
It was just, I think, and you talked about Newcastle defensively as well. I think even against Barcelona, obviously just Rashford just came out.
There was moments of quality in that game.
But I feel like there were some chances, even like Harvey Barnes had a few good chances as well.
Yeah.
I feel like these guys weren't too far away from a win. And I feel like they're kind of slowly getting into that attacking mindset again.
What do you think is the issue then? Because how, again here, deployed a 5 at the back with 3 midfielders. And it's like, are you trying to score goals or what are you trying to do? I know he wants to play with the system now. Yeah. And he got Lewis Hall in this game.
Yeah.
Which Lewis Hall is a fantastic player. He looked really good in this game. And in that position high and wide where he could get those balls into the box. Lewis Hall is in my opinion, he's going to be one of the best fullbacks in club football at one point. Because he can do everything. He can do the inverting job. He can do that wide job. He can do that centre back left of a 3 job.
Yeah.
I'd say Chelsea only let him go for PSR.
100%.
Yeah.
To be fair with you, I disagree with you even letting him go for that because, in my opinion, that season under Poch, was it season under Poch or was it season before? Was it both? I think it was the season under Poch. Maybe it was the one just before that. But that season where he was with us, our best player by far. It was a terrible season, but he was our best player by far, and I was really sad to see him go. But to see him flourish right now in Newcastle, both of their fullbacks actually made in common. Livramento. Another one when I was younger, I used to really look at the academy a lot more than I do now. I don't know why I don't look at it as much now. Even though I still do look at it, I used to watch all of the academy games growing up. And Livramento was one of my favourite players because he high, wide as a wing back. Yeah. Bro, the guy could put a ball right on the striker every time. He's powerful runner and his crossing ability was unreal. He's just unlucky that he came up a year, 2 years after Reece James, who's a generational right back. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just unlucky for him. But Newcastle, man, they look very strong defensively. I think this is a good point for them away at Bournemouth.
I think
because the Bournemouth are a great side. A great coach.
Yep.
So yeah, good point for both of the teams. To be honest, I think if you offered both of them a draw before the game started, they probably would have said in this type of game. To be honest with you, because they both started the season relatively okay. Newcastle a bit less so, a couple more draws in there, but
this is one thing that annoys me because and it's just going to sound like here we go, another band. I'm making it all about them, but Newcastle. When they had their cup final against Liverpool the other month, and I ain't talking about the Carabao one. I'm talking about the 3-2 loss. Yeah, these guys were so up for it, man. These guys, they want, and obviously you play into the atmosphere created by the fans as well. Yeah, but honestly, to me, that's the only game Newcastle have played impressive football, in my honest opinion.
Yeah,
I feel like, and I give them some credit where,
but it was rock and roll against you guys, high octane. It's a different type of game.
They went. I don't know. Some of them was toe to toe, then some other them was taking over a bit. But I feel like outside of your star striker, they didn't plan for him to leave. I'm not sure what really went on behind the scenes because to me, I'm hearing stuff that Isak made it clear to the management. Yeah. If I'm not getting a new contract, I'm going. So regardless, but it looked like that wasn't gonna happen. So it was like, okay, I actually want to go. I feel like they should have had some sort of contingency plan. I feel like the way the way that transfer window went, I've never seen a club with Champions League football, get little broed like this. Honestly, it was almost
it was peak. It was peak to be honest.
It was annoying because even for my own selfish reasons, I was like, guys, get the ball moving, man. Like, why is this like they were taking the whole window? It was like the Pogba deal from 10 years ago almost. The whole window is taken to get done.
They're also about to get Sesko.
You've got him now, man. You can relax. Chill out, man. But yeah, moving on from that, Dross 0-0. We've got Burnley 1, Forest 1. Postecoglou, man, still waiting for his first win. Obviously, he's had 2 games. First was against Arsenal.
Yeah.
No, they played.
They played against Swansea.
Swansea,
and
they
got
lost,
knocked
didn't they?
out.
Yeah, they got knocked out of the Carabao.
Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, very disappointing that.
Honestly,
They did not look good in this game, man. They did not look good in this game. It was Burnley versus Elliot Anderson again. That kid, he's so good, Elliot Anderson.
Yeah.
He is so good. He's everywhere. He could do everything. Forest, man.
the crazy thing is, Forest haven't even had very hard games to start the season outside of having to go away to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's like, because their first game of the season, I was like, wow, they look like they're going to continue the way they finished last season, or almost finished last season.
They Brentford 2-0, wasn't it? They beat Brentford. Yeah.
You know, well, I think they even had 3 goals in.
Was it 3 in that game?
I'm pretty sure.
Fairs, yeah. I know Wood got a brace, so I don't know. I know Wood got a brace. So they beat Brentford convincingly.
But it feels like that team decided, call it a day, get the stunt doubles in to do the rest of. These guys have been unrecognizable.
I think
regardless.
after that game, all the stuff started kicking off with Nuno.
that was
and the owner and all of that. And then when that happened, it caused a bit of, because he said that the relationship's not as great as it was. Whatever.
I think Nuno's been a bit professional. I think if we read in between the lines, I think probably ever since Edu joined as sporting director, apparently from what I've researched, both Nuno and Edu have not gotten along almost from the beginning, right from the beginning. So a number of guys coming in, like let's see Amari Hutchinson, for example. I think he's been left out of the Europa League squad, and he's their club record signing.
Exactly.
So what does that tell you about where these guys
Exactly,
sat?
that's exactly it. That's what I was saying. So Postecoglou coming in there now, he's got a really, really tough job, but they've got quality players, and I think they can turn it around. You know
what he says? They win things, and he wins things in his second season.
Exactly.
So,
Gradually a new one saying, sometimes I win in my first season.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, this guy, don't give yourself trouble, man.
Yeah, sometimes I win in my first season too, mate.
But it's good for the Prem that he's in it. I think.
I agree. But yeah, we need to move fast because we've got to be out of here in half an hour. But next game, Leeds 3, Wolves 1.
Yeah.
Leeds absolutely stunned me this game.
Yeah.
They looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
But that is bad news for Wolves because this same Leeds side that got hit for 5 against Arsenal. Mate. So
Little Pereira was maybe like when Aubameyang signed that contract extension, man.
Yeah, bro, he's chilling now, isn't he?
I'm good for 3 years, guys.
Yeah,
just
he's
do your
cooling
thing,
off, bro.
Yikes.
Man, would you see that Stack goal? Stack the free kick.
Oh
Wow.
Class free kick.
He's a player, by the way, and I wasn't even before that. When the season started, he's been getting a goal here and there, an assist here and there, but defensively as well. That guy is all over the pitch.
Workhorse.
He looks really good. Was he German?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, yeah, quality player, man. But yeah, Leeds managed to get 3 passes. A Calvert-Lewin with a goal, a rare goal,
an assist as well, I think.
Yeah. He looked good. Good win for Wolves. Good win for Leeds. Wolves, man. Not a win yet.
Yeah.
Terrible start. Bottom of the league. And I think they might not make it out from that. Yeah.
Let's be honest, guys. They were almost in this exact same position last season, and at one point up until the managerial change, I think the one issue is here, and I think it's been going on for a while, is they sell a key player.
Yeah.
Nobody anywhere near the caliber is brought in to replace him, and that's been happening with Yao Neves. We've seen that happen with,
and that's why they've steadily declined. Because Neto left, then the season after, Cunha's gone. Then the season after, Aït-Nouri's gone.
They're getting big money for
So and this season they lost 2 big key players. They're 2 most key players in Cunha and Aït-Nouri. And where is the replacements?
Yeah,
it's a bit of a tough one for like a Cunha. I feel like he's not like someone you can easily find a replacement. Because for me, Cunha, whenever I watch him,
he's a maverick.
Literally,
anything
from like I know people talk about he might not be as explosive, he might not be running the whole game, but the moment he gets the ball,
quality,
literally, will make magic happen.
But it's unfortunate. Yeah. It's unfortunate for Wolves. Still no win. Hopefully they can turn it around. Tina did win. Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 1. West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 2. West Ham with another home defeat. Potter is under some severe pressure, man. I've seen him face swapped with absolutely everyone under the earth. They got him on Charlie Kirk. They got him on everyone, bro. Goodness. Unbelievable, bro. The Graham Potter face swap might be my most favourite bit of football content. I've got every single one on my camera roll. every single one. I use it for different scenarios. But yeah, Palace, man. Palace, they weren't as creative in this game. Obviously, they don't have Sarr. They don't have Eze. Munoz did well to get a couple balls into the box. Mitchell looked really good this game, and he scored an absolute blinder.
Oh my word!
Wow, on the volley.
Could you have imagined like he's barely? I think it's his
Right
second
foot.
goal.
That's it. Yeah, he doesn't score
Second
goals.
ever like professional.
He doesn't
so,
score
yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
And I
He
kind of remember his
doesn't
debut
score.
some years ago as well. I was like, wow, he's honestly
Yeah.
I've
To be
pulled
fair,
out
out
the
of the two,
bag.
out of the two wing backs, he's the one that doesn't even get forward as much.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's where it's like, but
yeah.
a fantastic finish, and yeah, the crowd did not like it at all, man. He's under serious pressure there. What do you guys think of Graham Potter's chances of staying?
If there are any, you know.
When do you think he's sacked by?
I think
For the next international break.
I was gonna say so. Yeah.
I heard that
Before or after.
I've heard that they already sacked him, but they don't. They see the next two games as unwinnable against Everton and Arsenal.
Yeah.
So apparently they're going to leave him in there and then look to replace him after those two games, which I think is
Wow.
very dark stuff.
Yeah.
Very, very dark
What?
stuff.
You know, that's funny though, you say that, because is that not what if Graham Potter's a serious Premier League manager, would he not want, like, that's fine by me, let's try
no.
and get together.
Yeah, let's get these two games out of the way and that's it. Yeah, of course. I agree.
It
I
is.
know, but it's just a how did you get to this situation type thing. Do you know what I mean? Where it's just like, it's just dire. But I think
They don't seem to understand these ideas. Honestly, I don't think there's been any improvement
Yeah, no.
at all.
they need to
It's
buck
been
together. They need to go out there. They need to go grab Nuno. They need to get Nuno in and
Yeah.
just
I think that makes sense.
pray for survival.
I also wanted to say as well, it's a good thing Mateta didn't get carded for his celebration this time around, because I thought that was outrageous.
I said that last time,
yeah,
didn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely
Way too
dreadful,
woke.
man. Absolutely dreadful. But somebody who did get carded, actually, we're going to talk about this. We'll talk about it in the controversies in a second. We'll go through the last game. But yeah, Mateta did get a goal this game.
Yeah.
Nice bit of in the box, you know what I mean? One of those strikers just there to get it in, headed it over the line.
Yeah.
Just about. Bowen scored his first of the season, was it? Or second, actually. He's already scored, hasn't he?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think he's already got a goal.
Yeah, second of the season. A great
Header.
header from the
Yeah.
corner. Yeah, Malik Juf, brilliant delivery. Got the assist for that one. Yeah, one of your brethren, isn't he, Malik Juf?
Hopefully he can come home in it.
Yeah,
Win us some more, but
serious.
yeah, no.
Oh, is
it's good to
he
see
playing
him,
for the
right?
French?
Yeah, for French. He
Oh,
played for
okay.
the Olympic team, I remember.
Oh, fair enough.
someone like you.
Same with Mateta, man.
Yeah.
Both of you sort it out. Get there. But yeah, our last game of the weekend, Sunderland 1, Aston Villa 1. I said this season Sunderland are my guys.
Yeah.
And I've got them to stay up. And
Yeah, for
they
sure.
looked great. Again, Aston Villa have been poor this season.
Woeful.
Mr. 2! Back at it again. Bon Clay. Ollie Watkins. What's happening, my guy? What's going on? You gonna sort this out?
Yeah.
You gonna get any more than 2 points in FPL? You cost 9 mil. Half of the minimum.
Honestly,
Absolutely,
why does he cost that much? He's not been good
He bagged
the whole
no,
year.
last season he got quite a lot, and then the season before he hit like 29 or something.
Yeah.
I had
All
the most
comes-
assists
yeah,
as well, bro. That's
something
the
crazy.
thing. And he was,
But last year, I don't. You know, you got Salah GNA scammer. Like he'll influence a game here and there, but
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Watkins was like really go. Watkins wasn't even starting the big Champions League games.
Exactly, it was
I don't know.
Duran,
It'd be
yeah.
Rashford in the 9 or Asensio was there or. I don't.
Cool.
I'm almost wondering why they let Duran go. I just don't. Now I'm looking back at that decision, thinking, what's going on at this club?
Bonkley.
Why?
That's him, bro.
Yeah.
He's Mr. T,
He's playing in
bro.
Turkey right now. Like, what's going on?
Emery is an interesting manager.
Mr. T, bro. Emery's crocodile, bro.
You know,
this is
yeah.
Baroque works. Baroque works,
Exactly.
bro. They need to sort it out. Sort it out.
I don't get it at all.
Hey, but yeah, bruv. They had a red though. Sunderland had a red for the whole half of the game as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah.
you could United to break it
Ronaldo.
down. Matty Cash scored a great goal.
Oh yeah, that was a finish.
Isidore with a goal as well.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Oh,
I know what
don't
you're
worry,
thinking
man.
about. You might. I think you might have him on your bench. Yeah.
I know.
All right, we'll get into that. But
confirm.
before that, boys, we had a massive issue in the Liverpool game that I think went under the radar a bit.
Yeah.
But it's a huge talking point. Kiernan Shrewsbury Hall is taking a quick free kick, takes the quick free kick, and gets booked for it.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Bruv, I was there like, what is going on here? What has happened in our game? What's going on? What are these referees doing? Making it all about them.
I can't say too much about referees. Obviously, if you know what you know, it's probably something off podcast.
I even forgot about that whole situation. Yeah, it's federal. That's all I'm gonna say.
Literally federal. So
It is federal.
I'll tell you off camera. I'll tell you. But,
That's actually hilarious, by the way. One day when you can tell that story, I would absolutely love for you to come on here and tell that story.
Honestly, yeah. When things were all over a bit, then
That's
I'm more than
hilarious.
happy to share.
I totally forgot. That's fucking. But yeah, what did you think about the yellow? You don't talk about the ref. What did you think about the yellow?
Yeah, no, honestly, like, I feel like it's been a few years now where the quick free kick thing has, been accepted. It's just like, let the game flow. I think, like you said, game state. Just let things flow. Fair enough, blow the whistle, let him take again. But a yellow, it's a bit, come on. Like, why he's taking the free kick. They're chasing the goal, the goal behind. They need to, at least get a goal back, get a point in. But I just thought it was outrageous, really.
Yeah.
Unnecessary yellow.
Absolutely outrageous, bro. Yeah. But I just wanted to get into that quickly before anything else. I didn't really have any other controversies. Chelsea could have had a penalty against United, the João Pedro, but I don't think it was that clear cut. Brav, shall we get into?
I don't know if it's that controversial, but I definitely wanted to bring up when we mentioned the Arsenal Man City game.
Right.
Was anyone surprised with the tactics Pep Guardiola elected to go with?
I loved it.
Not at all. Because we did pretty much the same thing when it was at Etihad last season.
Yeah,
as well.
I loved it. I think he got burnt by that when you guys battered them last season.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? I'm not letting these guys have even half of the chance to do what they did against me last time. I feel like
it feels un-City like.
It does feel un-City.
I don't feel like a Premier League reigning champion Man City does that.
Yeah. No, not at all. It's a different city now.
It makes me wonder how ready they are actually to. Because now I'm wondering. Okay, I'm now looking at last season where I still think it was a blip. Like, this time last season they won that 10-game streak and stuff like that. I don't expect that to happen again. But now I do think, is this a bit more of a sense of what's to come? Do they still need even more time? The guys around Haaland, whoever else. And now I'm even wondering, like, because this is probably the first time we've had uncertainty around City in so long.
Yeah.
You start wondering, like, okay, the future for guys like Foden, if he's not consistently showing the levels now, because De Bruyne's gone, David Silva's gone. You can't say guys are in his way anymore. Yeah, he's now a senior player. He's got a.
I agree, 100%.
I think he's played quite well in some games, but
what I will say
see it more often.
What I will say on Pep and the style of play is that it could make City more dangerous, because in my opinion, Haaland is the best, not even striker, the best forward in the world for transitional play.
Yeah.
If you have him running in on goal, 93% of the time the ball's in the back of the net. The guy's decision making at high speed is unmatched.
Robotic, almost.
Unmatched.
Yeah.
When he missed the goal against United, do you remember the goal that he missed against United? Yeah, they asked him after the game what was going through. He said, I could see in the corner of my eye De Ligt was coming, so I tried to take it around his stride so that it would just get in, but I put it a bit too wide and it just come off the post. And I'm like, bro, for going at that speed, how could you even notice De Ligt was coming in there?
That's a blur at that point.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you've played football, you're like, I didn't even know that guy was there.
Yeah.
It comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? That just shows. And I'm like, you know what, if Guardiola can manage to get a system in where they're predominantly transitioning and they're transitioning at high speeds, Haaland's going to become even more of a dangerous player. But we'll leave it there. That's our Premier League wrap-up for the weekend, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you're still watching, please subscribe right now. Click it. Just click it, man.
Exactly.
Leave a comment. Tell us what you think we're doing, how it's going, how you think it can get better. Leave suggestions. We're open to anything. Even if you just want to leave how you're feeling, whatever. We can be your therapists. We don't mind. All right. We're here as a multi-tool. Yeah. One place for everything, or whatever they say. But yeah, let's get into the FPL corner. Guys, this is the time where you guys can all pull up your FPL apps, look at your teams, and we'll go through our teams for the week. And we'll start with you, Will, as we had that massive talking point to get through. Yep, obviously, Matty Cash. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to get his points. Run us through that one, man.
Honestly, I've had the worst luck with benches. I think I've left 10 points on my bench for consecutive weeks now.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, even just my most recent transfers, like I've brought in Xavi Simons this week, 1 point. Elanga last week, 1 point. Elanga, again, I put him on my bench. I'm going to have to take him out already at this point because he's just not looking like he's not doing... I don't want to know what I was thinking. Other than they had decent fixtures, I don't know why I even transferred him in.
Yeah.
But almost everyone... I've got Ronaldo, who had the red card.
Got the red.
Jesus.
Was he, was he in your team?
In my team, man.
Yeah. So Will's team is
My
obviously
team.
on screen right now.
Guys, please don't keep it on there for long, man. The only guys that really showed up for me was, and it was so funny because it was the first game, so I thought, I'm gonna cook.
Yeah.
I'd Salah captain Ekitike in my team, so I just thought, damage. I didn't know the rest of my team thought, those guys have done the job. We can all take holiday. Nobody did anything, man.
Man,
Nobody.
you know what? Yeah,
Xhaka again. Honestly, he's been a bit of an underrated pick for me. Defensive contributions.
Sure.
He doesn't get less than 3 points in any game. Honestly, he's such a good differential. So I'm really happy with him. But other than that, I've got nothing else to say.
No, that's fair enough, bro. Honestly, I hear it, man. It's one of those weeks where I think, in general, you could tell from the average. In general, it wasn't really a great week for a lot of people. Yeah, man. It's one of those ones, man. It's the nature of the beast with FPL, man. You love it and you hate it for these reasons. My mate had Ollie Watkins in his team. Vizzy, who was here last week, had Ollie Watkins in his team for 4 game weeks. Mr. 2. He took Ollie Watkins and Rodgers out this week. Very luckily, against Sunderland, they both blanked again. So it's one of those ones there. If they'd scored or anything, then he's looking back and he's like, damn, man, do you know what I'm saying? It's the nature of the beast with FPL, man. Your decisions can come back and really bite you in the bum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go through my team.
Cool.
I managed to get not back. First time being top of our league, but it's not by much, to be honest. With a grand score of 40 points. Mine was the opposite to you. I had a terrible start. So I've got Alisson in goal, conceded quite late to lose the clean sheet. I've got Munoz, Milenkovic, Pedro Porro at the back with Reece James, who was a dreadful pick before this week, by the way, but we'll get into him in a second. I had Palmer, Semenyo and Reinders in the middle of the pitch with Haaland, João Pedro and Wood up top. So on Saturday, I think I went to sleep on around, so take away 18, I went to sleep on 22 points on Saturday.
Okay.
With barely, not 22, 17 points. Take away Semenyo as well. So I went to bed with 17 points from 8 players.
Yeah.
Wow.
So bad. Nobody returned. My captain Palmer got hooked 10, 15 minutes into the game, which is absolutely dreadful. And I've not captained anybody else but Haaland this whole season. So the first time I go away from Haaland, and it's bad. I'm not going to ever captain anyone else again now. My captain is staying on Haaland. I swear to God.
Same happened to me with Salah.
But yeah,
last week as well.
Luckily, Reece James in the game got the assist. He also had DEFCON until 10 minutes after the game. Some Opta nerd, you prick, whoever you are, you absolute wallet. Some Opta nerd decides to go on and take off one of Reece James's tackles. So he ends with 9 defensive contributions and I lose the 2 points. Pain, absolute pain. But he got the assist, comes away with the 4-pointer. Obviously, we conceded twice, so he loses the, you know what I mean, that point. And I got absolutely saved. When I say, you know, like that, you know, the Donald Trump, please save me. Bro, I was sat there like, Erling Haaland, Reinders, please save me. And they did in massive fashion. They bailed me out, man, in a big way. And if I had Captain Haaland, I would have even had a massive green arrow. Which from now on, I'm never gonna get carried away. Just gonna Captain Haaland because, bro, he saved me, man. With the Reinders assist, Reinders getting DEFCON as well for the first time ever this season that he's even been close to getting DEFCON. He got DEFCON, he got the assist, 2 bonus, Haaland with the goal and 3 bonus. Very lucky to come away with any sort of half decent game week there, in my opinion. It was bad. No clean sheets at all this week. There was one game that had the both clean sheets in it, and that was Bournemouth against Newcastle. Every other game was goals for both teams. Actually, United had a clean sheet as well, but no one has any United defenders, obviously. So yeah, pretty interesting one for my team. Alvin, do you want to run through your team? Alvin's team's going to be up on screen now.
It was, like you said, in terms of averages this week, it was a dark week for myself. I guess I tried to be a bit alternative in my captain choices, so I went for Semenyo.
Okay, so not bad. You got the same as Salah, actually. You matched Salah for the captaincy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I thought, home against Newcastle, they've been, starting a lot better than Newcastle have at least. So I thought maybe he would get a game. I don't think he got shot on target, so it was a bit of a dark one there. But it's cool. Obviously starting from the back of the goal, so I had the Bravka, in goal.
Good shot, actually. He got a
Yeah.
couple. He got 7 saves, so that's 2 extra points.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously on my bench is Sanchez. I went with him obviously because Chelsea had a run of easy games.
Very lucky that you put him on the bench.
Wow.
Yeah.
7-point swing, by the way.
Master stroke, honestly.
Yeah. 7-point swing for that absolute twat. Robert Sanchez, you piece of shit, man. I can't
He
wait.
apologized, man. He apologized to the fans.
Who?
Robert Sanchez.
He apologized.
You can't take the red away though.
I didn't get any flowers. I didn't get any chocolate. I didn't get no apologies. Talking about, man. I don't follow him anywhere,
Robert
bro.
Sanchez, man.
That
You
bold
need to drop
prick.
the care package. Come on.
Listen, I can't lie. I like him. I like Sanchez. I think he does this. He's entertaining at least. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every season he has one moment where he's just a bozo. But fair enough.
So I went for a 3-4-3 usually. So I went with defensively. So I had Conte on the bench because I know Villa haven't been the best. So it would have been Spence, Gabriel, and it's funny because I had Wan-Bissaka on as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Had him as a bench
Yeah.
option.
Wow.
But
He didn't play, did he?
yeah. So lost points there. Midfield was a bit peak because I went with obviously Eze. I went with obviously initially I went with Kudus, but then I swapped him out for Simmons,
Yeah.
and then Salah of course.
Oh, kudos
yeah.
to Simmons, by the way.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
6-point swing there.
Literally.
Simmons didn't start.
Yeah, he didn't start as well, and then obviously Kudus. I was just thinking,
Gets
okay.
the 2 assists.
How many free transfers did you use
I only
this
used
week?
one this week. I was the only one I did this week. I just wanted to keep it conservative.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I brought in
see-
Simmons
but-
with my 1 free transfer as
Yeah.
well, bro. Honestly, I can't remember who I took out though. That's the problem.
Right.
That's peak. My one transfer, I brought in Palmer for Verts, and they both got the same amount of points.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I got 1 point better off. 2
Oh.
points better off because Verts came on and got yellow, didn't he?
I subbed off I took out Words for because I assumed his price was going to drop very soon. So as soon as the Burnley game was done, he
Yeah,
on
that
the
was the
team.
only one I was keeping him for, to be fair. Verts as an option, I think, is pretty much dead now. 8.3 million. Still
Yeah.
way too much for the returns you're getting from him.
For sure.
When you look at Hernandez, who's 5.7 now, 5.6, I think he's gone down in price because a lot of people sold him. He didn't get any returns. Listen, FPL, man. People bring in the guy because he scores in the first game week. They think, yeah, this is the new Haaland. He's gonna bag every fucking week.
It's
He
honestly-
doesn't bag every week. They get rid of him, and he bags the week they get rid of
It's
him.
genuinely not that different to like a real life stock market at all, man.
Yeah,
Honestly.
just relax, take it
Yeah.
easy, look for a larger sample size, and you'll be able to see over the season
Yeah,
where
people
things are.
overreact all the time.
But again, it's the nature of the beast. I was very reactive earlier on in the season. I had to learn a harsh lesson, Elanga. And yeah, I've moved on from him now. That's my transfer for this week. Are you done talking about your team, by the way?
Oh yeah, no, almost. So last
Yeah,
midfield
sorry.
of that was no, it's alright, don't worry. And Semenyo, and then front three was obviously Glock 9, you know. Gyökeres, and then
Come on.
João Pedro, and then the last was who was it?
Wasn't that this week?
No, literally it was more like this. What should I give? Imagine it, Lord. Jesus Christ.
Alright.
And yeah, it was actually so who was it? Oh, Wood, sorry, Chris Wood. I think.
Yeah, man. Would
No, Mateta.
Ah.
I put Wood initially, but then I swapped up for Mateta like last minute.
Oh,
And
really?
obviously he bagged as well.
That's
so,
decent. That helps. Yeah. That's good. That's good to be fair. I feel like Chris Wood. I'll give him one more game. I just felt the fixtures were too good for me to take him out. They've got Sunderland, and they had Burnley, and then they've got Sunderland.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? But Burnley looked good defensively, and Sunderland looked good defensively. So I don't think
yeah.
these teams are the teams to target at the minute. I think
Exactly.
Brentford are a team to target. I think Wolves are a team to target.
West Ham.
Are a team to target. So it's looking like those kind of guys actually. Even Leeds are looking good,
Yeah.
but Leeds are a lot less solid defensively, I'd say, than the other two. But yeah, it's looking good for the promoted teams. But that's the end of FPL Corner. And unless you guys have got anything else to add for this weekend,
Well, I did want to say, like, naturally, like, it's at the time of recording, it's the Ballon d'Or ceremony
yeah.
going on.
Yes.
Obviously, when this podcast goes live, the award would have been handed out. But who do we think is going to take home the award? And I feel like this is such a great question because this is probably the closest race for a generation, I'd say. You know, and for once,
but not
we don't
for
have
good
to-
reasons though.
Yes, but for once, we don't have to win a league before
Yeah.
the ceremony.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
wow, yeah.
if you think
So
about it,
what I
so-
will say is the Ballon d'Or, I feel, has lost a lot of its gravitas since Leo Messi and Ronaldo have left because there's not those two big players. Because I feel like the Ballon d'Or was, in my opinion, is a very trivial sort of thing. Like it's a thing you give to a player for recognizing them as the best player in the world for that year, right?
But so many companies.
But it's a team game. It's a team game,
have it.
firstly, in my opinion, so that doesn't really make sense. But also, I felt like it was a big thing because it was to differentiate Ronaldo and Messi. You'd say, oh, well, Messi's got more Ballon d'Ors or this or whatever. But I don't think it means as much as a standalone thing. Do you know what I mean?
I disagree, though. I get the point you're making.
Maybe
but
to
I
players,
disagree.
it means a lot to players, 100%.
I
But
still
for
feel like
me,
it means-
myself, I couldn't care less who wins the Ballon d'Or since they robbed Robert Lewandowski that season and they didn't give it to anyone. What's the point?
Create another trophy just to give it to him.
No, not happy with that at all.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I think the football purists have probably fallen out of love with it as well. And I feel like, for the first time in a while, you can question the legitimacy of how it happens. Because I know the Ballon d'Or, they keep changing. For me, it seems like they change their criteria year by year.
Yeah.
Like last year's criteria, I felt like that thing that gets glossed over a bit about like the fair play aspect. I was like, once you add that in, to me, Vinny Jr. is not in the running.
No.
Of course.
That's why I feel like fans probably they should have seen it coming, but they didn't. Like Vinny Jr. is one of those players who is quite known for the antics
Petulance.
after the goal. Getting into it with rival players and things like that.
Which again, another thing. Why the hell is fair play on and off the pitch a thing? I understand it for if you're going to give someone a good Samaritan award.
For sure,
Yeah,
100%.
Oh, you're a great pedestrian, mate. Good job for not winding anyone up. But you're a footballer. And footballers' jobs are to win matches.
Exactly.
They're not to be nice and cute on the pitch. So I don't know why they've got all that fair play nonsense in it.
yeah.
But
Totally.
I think, in my opinion, this year, the player who deserves it, in my opinion, is Lamine Yamal.
I'm agreeing with that as well.
Disagreeing with.
Fair enough.
I'm disagreeing with you. The takes
What,
here.
Dembele, you think?
I think, I did make a video on it. He's not who I want to win it. And before you guys say, oh, this guy, of course, wants Mo Salah, I knew from the Carabao Cup final, Mo Salah was out of the running.
No.
The guy who I'd love to win it is Rafinha.
Okay.
Or Lamine Yamal's
I hear
team.
it.
I don't think Lamine Yamal played better than Rafinha.
He
in
wasn't
terms
as
of-
effective.
I don't think he was as consistent.
But Lamine Yamal...
I genuinely think each
I
key
know,
stage of the
I know,
season,
I know.
you could say
But
Rafinha
this is
was
the
present.
thing. This is the thing now. This is where you get into what is the Ballon d'Or, bro.
Yeah.
Because Lamine Yamal, in my opinion, I watch him play, and every time I turn on the screen and look at the kid play, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's like wow, a type of wow that you don't get much these days.
That almost never ghosts.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm like, bro. That's a serious player, and I think he is top. And in my eyes, he's the best in the world at this moment in time. In terms of talent.
Yeah.
That's what I look at the Ballon d'Or as. And he's scored enough goals last season, and they've won a few things.
Ooh, I'm not one of those fans who I don't hold this against him, but let's put it into perspective. He has, I think, maybe 17 or 18 all cons, but it's 9 in the league. Now, I would just want to say, typically, if he couldn't play just as well as he does play, would you typically advocate for an attacker with 9 league goals to then win the Ballon d'Or?
Bro, 9 for
'Cause
a
I think
winger. this is the thing
Last
nowadays.
time this was like maybe Ronaldinho.
Yeah. Messi
Was
and
the last-
Ronaldo have skewed our expectations of wingers. Yeah. Because, bro, 9 goals for a winger before those two came into it. 10 goals a league season is very good for a winger.
Yeah.
But they used to be wide mids, not even so much wing. You didn't have that much.
And this is the
wingers
thing,
back in that time.
even with Yamal, he's not playing like a Salah where he's like that inside forward area. He plays quite wide a lot of the time.
Yeah,
He
he
takes
can be
on
touchline
Yeah,
forward,
yeah. He
for
takes
sure.
on guys, which is why I love him even more because I'm like, yo, you can be in those situations, isolate out wide, 2v1 most of the time. It's not 1v1 because there's nobody overlapping him, taking away one of the players.
Yes.
2v1, and he can get through that.
It's crazy.
And get an absolute worldy shot off. That's why I look at him. I'm like, wow, he's a fantastic player. I think he should win it, but I understand for sure Rafinha
Even
and
Dembele,
Dembele.
yeah.
I think out of the three, there's not much between it. I think if any three of them win it, I don't think I'd be that pissed off.
Yeah.
Just don't bring a random DM like Rodri again.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
I gotta disagree again, man. I thought Rodri was almost faultless last year.
Woke pick.
Honestly,
And that's the end
Man.
of the Shin Pad podcast for another week, guys. I've been your host, Abs, with Will and Temi.
Thank you so
And
much.
as we
Close
always, oh my God. Listen. Oh man, Temi, you bastard. With Will and Alvin. I'm so sorry,
That's
bro.
all right,
you know
man.
that it's just muscle memory. We've done it so many times.
I was never sure if I gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah,
Oh,
as we
man.
always say on the podcast, guys, always wear protection. Peace.